me and move closer. Just act like you like me. You don't.
I do like you, but this is ridiculous. You got plenty of room. What's all this space over here for?
It's ambiance. There's a bath in case anybody wants to come by.
Oh, people are going to come by.
Okay.
It's crowded in here.
They might need to go to the restroom while we're shooting. Hi, welcome to Coffee with J&C. We are on location again in our daughter and son-in-law's apartment in Georgetown, Texas, and we have an audience, a real live audience. We won't tell you how many people. It's more than one, and it's less than 100, okay? So we have a big show. What are you looking at me now for? Don't read this.
I'm on location in my mind.
Well, that's always true for you. But we're actually physically here. We've been here all weekend celebrating our son-in-law's graduating college. It was very big and very exciting.
And it's Mother's Day.
And today's Mother's Day, but by the time you see this, that'll be old news.
Well, my mother's here. That's
yes.
my mother.
That's true. I'm
You're
a mother. I'm a mother. You're
I've
a mother.
been called a mother.
Everybody's a mother. We did not agree on the lighting. Let's see. As usual, we didn't agree on the lighting. We didn't agree on where you should sit. We didn't agree that you wanted the coffee in your coffee cup, and I have my yummy coffee.
I didn't even agree to do this.
No, you were not in a very good mood, and you did not want to shoot this today.
I had a hard time booting up this morning.
Yes, and I told you the show must go on, and you have to be funny. You have to turn your funny on.
Yeah, that's what it is. Crank it, get funny, boy.
Yeah. Turn it on, funny boy.
Yeah, that's how it goes in my life. Turn it on, funny boy.
Well, speaking of nicknames, this is the great lead-in, which we actually didn't really completely mean to do, but if you remember last episode, we promised some people that, we didn't really promise.
I didn't promise anything.
I just said that maybe we may or may not tell people what nicknames we have for them. And there were a couple people who were brave enough to ask what their nicknames were, and then there were people who didn't ask. So they were
the smart ones.
They were the ones who didn't want to know. But we love to give people nicknames. That's like our, claim to fame. Do you think?
I don't know about claim to fame, but I give almost everybody nicknames.
We do, and we have had a lot of fun over the years. But we will start out at the beginning, just because I think that.
What's my nickname?
Well, you want to start out with that?
I don't care.
Well, I always called you Old Man.
I don't like that one.
And what have you recently called me?
We won't go there.
Yeah, you will. Go ahead. Go there.
I don't know.
I'll tell everybody. Chubby vegan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, I love my chubby vegan.
See? Okay. And I don't mind. He obviously is bothered by the old man part, but...
Not really.
Okay, so I used to always
But I thought you were going to do the other one. I've got more than one nickname.
Uh-oh. I don't know. Which one's that?
Huh?
I don't know.
Well, I've got Shaky J.
Oh, yeah, you got them. For you, we have a million nicknames for
right.
you. You got Shaky J, Old Man, Trader J. Let's see, what else you got? There's one that was given to you by some teenagers once.
Right.
Jer Bear.
Right.
Which they said, don't you two have nicknames for each other? And we were like, we really don't. We don't really do that. We don't do Hun or Sweetie or... Right. It's pretty much Hey You and...
They pretty much demanded that I...
Yeah, so they decided that he should have a nickname, and they nicknamed him Jer Bear. So I do occasionally
Which
pull
doesn't
that one.
really fit my macho image.
Yeah. But we've had a lot of fun with that, and we do nicknames for lots of people. And one was your mother did.
Some of them can even be spoken in public.
Well, we try to keep those. You did stump me on that one. I was thinking, I don't really think we have. What does that mean?
If I'm on the road and somebody pulls in front of me, my nickname for them is not generally very family friendly.
There you go. Okay, it's more of an R rating in that sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you now. So one of the ones that asked was your mother, and we really don't have a nickname for her. Her nickname is Mom, but when your mom and dad were together, I understand your mother has always said that he called her Olive Oil.
That's right.
Because she was tall and skinny. So what does that make your dad?
Well, he always thought he was like Popeye. We'd have spinach and he'd stand up and...
Da-da-da!
Yeah.
But your dad's family, Missouri...
Well, the whole thing was a cartoon, that I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, your dad's family's from Missouri, and they were, a lot of them, and they were poor farm people. And they were so poor that one of the nicknames for their children, they could only afford 2 letters, and his name was Al. So that was one nickname. And as they got
more affluent,
as they got more affluent, they added letters,
nickname.
and then there was Pud, Pud, and Nub, and Bim.
Yeah.
And then they graduated to 4 letters. I can't think. Oh, Lack and Check, 4 letters.
That's not a nickname. That's an actual name.
No, those were nicknames.
They were.
Lester and Chester.
Oh, that's just short.
I gotta train this person.
That's not a nickname.
What do you mean?
A nickname is a representation of someone, not a short of their name.
Of course it is. What do you mean by Jer?
Jer is
or
not
Jay?
Jer Bear is a nickname.
Okay.
Jer is not a nickname.
Yeah, it is.
No,
it's a
it's
short. It is. It can be.
It depends on your definition of nicknames. Your definition's wrong.
Okay, fine. Then we have other nicknames.
I don't think we want to hear those now.
Well, not for each other, for other people.
All right, go on with the list.
Okay, the list is our daughter, our firstborn daughter, because we had a late in life daughter, quote unquote, it's our dog, we had to distinguish between the 2 of them because their names are very similar. And our actual daughter, we had, not to her face anymore, but except for right now, she is known as 2-legged. And
in adverse to 4-legged.
Is an adverse to 4-legged. So we have our 2 daughters, 2-legged and 4-legged, just so we don't. So when I talk to you about 2-legged, you know who I'm talking about.
I don't ever want a 1-legged.
Well, it just makes you think, well, good, right, what happened to the other legs on the other children? So we have that. And then just so our son-in-law doesn't feel left out, he has a nickname too, and it's kind of long. So if you're ready for this. If you ever hurt our daughter, either mentally or physically, we are going to kill you. That is his nickname. It's kind of long. He did not know that. He's trying not to burst out into laughter.
Some things should remain private, though.
Yeah. I just didn't want him to feel left out that we didn't have one for him.
Well, we've called him Tall Friend.
Well, that's her nickname for him.
No.
Yeah.
But we use it.
We use it.
It's
We borrow it
to us.
Yeah, we borrow it. Yeah. TF, we borrow that. But anyway, so we thought that was fun. But we do have nicknames for people in working environments that we've worked at. And a lot of them have like stories behind them. We certainly don't have time to go through and explain all the stories.
Right.
But I'll just rattle off some of them because,
okay.
And then anybody watching may or may not have this nickname, and we will not distinguish who has what, but I'll just rattle off some of the nicknames.
Okay.
Drop the ball.
Good old Drop the Ball.
Yep, good old Drop the Ball. Easy Money. Remember Easy Money?
Easy Money.
Remember Easy Money? Take a Hike.
Well, we could tell them a little bit about those 2.
Well, Take a Hike.
I mean, Easy Money, he worked for this construction company, and his boss would tell him, go take care of this for me. It'll be really, really easy, which it never was.
Yeah, it's easy money.
Don't worry, it'll be easy. This will go really fast and easy, but it was never easy for him.
Or fast.
And so we called him Easy Money.
Yeah, poor guy.
Because he was constantly full.
Take a Hike was a great one.
Well, Take a Hike, he was a manager that I worked with, and I don't even remember.
Well, his nickname was Hike. He was given the nickname Hike as a child.
Right, by his grandfather.
Right.
And I asked him when I worked with him, I said, well, who gave you that nickname? He said, my grandfather when I was really young. And I said, well, did you ever ask, how did you get that
How
nickname?
did he write?
He said he never asked,
Yeah.
which I thought was first very odd. But then I concluded that, I get it. I know how we got the nickname. Take one.
The grandfather's like, take a hike, kid.
Take a hike.
Good old Dizzy Dean. Remember Dizzy Dean?
Mm-hmm.
Shortened that to Diz after a while. Good old Tubby.
Yeah.
Remember
Wonder how we got that one.
Buffalo Bill and Betty Boop. Remember them?
Yeah.
Oh,
they had a big curly mustache.
Yeah. Big old Buffalo Bill and Betty Boop. Pharaoh's Pyramid Builder.
The Pharaoh's Pyramid Builder would tell you something about one's ability to be meticulous.
Yeah. That person exists, and I don't think that's a good nickname. I mean, it fits him perfect. Actually.
It does fit him perfect.
Good old Billy Baltimore.
Billy Baltimore, which he got mad at me for calling him Billy Baltimore because he didn't want to be.
Didn't want that nickname anymore.
He didn't like that.
Yeah. Witless Protection.
Witless Protection will just keep going.
Yep. We don't have any more.
I think that covers it for the moment.
That covers quite a few of them.
Those are a lot of nicknames. we barely scratched the surface, but we don't want to be here all day.
We don't want to be here all day. They do all have stories, and if you think one of those is you certainly could ask, and we will may or may not tell you if we think it is you. Or if we know, we don't have to think. But if it is you, we may or may not tell you, let's put it that way. We may have to think on our feet if we have to give you a new one. So we'll just leave it at that. But on to
My feet never think.
Your feet?
They don't.
You don't get up and think?
No.
I don't get it.
They'll think on your feet.
That just means be quick.
Oh, that's what that means.
I guess. That's what I was always told. Oh, no, I have one more nickname. I was given this nickname. It was a brief nickname the other day at work, which I thought was very odd. The owner emailed me because I emailed her and just passed on some information. And she said, "Thank you very much, Johnny on the spot." And I thought that was the weirdest thing and random. I said, I've been called a lot of things, but I've never called that. Been called that. I just thought that was a little weird. And she was like, "That was an old saying my aunt used to say all the time." And I was like, "Okay, maybe you should have left it."
Yeah.
That was a little odd.
That's a little odd.
So that was my most recent nickname. So anyway, so we had fun on location. We're going to leave the nicknames alone for now, and we'll see what happens for the next show. Bye.